Whose idea was this?
We came to fight. We came to take what was meant to be ours. There's no place to hide. Yeah, it's written all over the stars. Nothing will stop us against all the odds, but just like we promised, we came to
Well, we weren't expecting this match fixture to appear in almost over 25 years on since they last played. In the pages of history, they were once enemies, but now they're back, and they're back to face each other, this time as friendly rivals. As this is the fixture that has been dubbed to be one of the oldest match fixtures in international football. It's England versus Scotland, once again at Wembley Stadium. The last time England and Scotland played was back, once again, like I said, over 25 years ago at England's home European Football Championship tournament back in 1996. And the year 1996 was quite memorable for quite a few reasons. Not just for the tournament itself, but for the country of Scotland. The famous film of Trainspotting was released over 25 years ago this year in February. The famous film Braveheart, based in Scotland, was also shot during this time. And as well as that, Scotland were about to play once again in their first major tournament for the first time in many years. But now, for the first time in 24 years, Scotland, despite losing to the Czech Republic 2-0 last week, this is a game where they could do some real serious damage to England. Once again, in, of course, the battlefield that it is, Wembley Stadium, for tonight's game and only the second matchday week of the UEFA Euro 2020 tournament. And with that, oi kainu to all of the Scotland fans out there, and to all you England fans, good afternoon, or I should say /evening to you all. What's up, guys? My name is Jack Wright, also known as JackpotButtonLewis on YouTube, and welcome once again to another episode on my European football vlog series, all based around this year's UEFA Euro 2020 tournament of Football's Coming Home again. And as you can see, everybody, today is a very special day in, of course, this tournament, and not just for England, but for also their rivals, of course, from north of the border of Scotland, as they take on England today in just a few hours' time. And it may only be the second match for both teams, but this is, of course, a match that not just I have been looking forward to seeing tonight, but also for all of the Scotland fans who have been arriving in London from just a few days ago. And honestly, we never thought that this would happen. 25 years on since they last played England at a major football tournament. And this is also the very first time, like I mentioned earlier on, that Scotland have qualified for a major football tournament in 24 years. The last time that Scotland played in a major football tournament was back in 1998 at the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup in France, and they went straight out of the group stages. They had well, I wouldn't say the overall winners of the World Cup, but they're finalists of Brazil in their group, and they got absolutely battered. With, of course, the very famous chant by England fans saying, "Scotland get battered everywhere we go." We're going to see if that will actually come true tonight. But as we also do know that Scotland, despite losing to the Czech Republic over a week ago, losing 2-0 on their home turf at Hampden Park in Glasgow, this match was supposed to be played in at their stadium once again over a few years ago when the pandemic of the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic happened. But it now had been rescheduled to Wembley Stadium, and it's crazy to think that also Wembley is actually hosting this match tonight. And I mean, I can't believe I'm actually going to see, of course, England take on their old rivals, steeped in, of course, in history as enemies for their being Scotland. But honestly, I am so excited. And for some of you that might know already, as part of one of my first right decision challenges, I didn't just eat a vindaloo curry over a week ago, which was so hot, and it was and it literally took all of the energy out of me for eating it. But I did promise that I would wear a Scottish hat, and of course, I'm not trying to be a neutral tonight. As much as I'd love England to win tonight, I have got a bit of a soft spot for Scotland. And also, I would like to say a massive shout out to Graham Brown, a good friend of mine from Viva Arts and Community Group that I used to perform with, who's a Scotland fan himself. All the best for your team tonight. May the best team win. I'm looking forward to this, Graham. Honestly, this is the fixture that we never thought would ever happen, and honestly, it's going to be quite something tonight. Honestly, as much as I would love England to win tonight, Scotland could surprise England tonight, as they've been wanting to beat the English for a long, long time, and it hasn't happened for a while. I think you have to go back, I think, to the late 70s. I think when they won against Scotland, England at Wembley Stadium, and most of the Scotland fans actually invaded the pitch at the end and took down the goalposts of the England team as well, which were quite memorable scenes. For all the wrong reasons. But like I said already, since of course Scotland are England's opponents in today's game, but for some of you, like I said already, this is the first time that Scotland have qualified for a major tournament in 24 years. And over 2 years ago, they amazingly managed to qualify for Euro 2020, beating Serbia in a very tense penalty shootout. And the hero of the penalty shootout was the Scotland goalkeeper of David Marshall. And for all you Scotland fans out there who might not remember what happened over a few years ago, and the very famous Belgrade Stadium over in Serbia over a few years ago, here's a little reminder and a little taste of what happened over a few years ago when Scotland managed to qualify for a major tournament for the first time, back then in over 23 years.
The 90 minutes almost up. It's Mladenovic to take this corner for Serbia. Oh, it's in from Luka Jovic. Oh no for Scotland.
Your eyes are full of hesitation.
With another penalty shootout.
Sure makes me wonder.
McGinn squeezed the first
You know
one in
what
against
you're
Israel.
looking for.
He's been subbed, so to Christie, so to Dykes.
Baby,
But at least Lee Griffith is there, even though the keeper got a touch on it.
I'm a sensation.
Alexander Mitrovic.
You try me once, you're back for
score for
more.
Serbia.
Oh, yes sir, I can go again all night long. Oh, yes sir, I can go again. If you stay, I can go.
Scotland are going to the Euros!
Don't adjust your radio. Scotland are going to a major tournament.
Wanna know if I can dance? Yes, sir.
Scotland will be part of Euro 2020!
I could freaking
And the nerve
Come on,
yes! But I'll give you one more chance. Yes, sir. I can boogie, but I need a certain song. I can boogie, boogie, woogie, all night long. Yes, sir. I can boogie if you stay.
Just for everything, you know. Oh, God.
Boogie, woogie, all night long.
Oh mate, unbelievable. Big Marsh, national hero. Lost for words, everybody's buzzing.
David Marshall, Christie shoots and it goes and hits a net. David Marshall, na 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 na. David Marshall,
14th of June 2021. Get it in the diary. Scotland are back.
Felt the love back home, and we felt how much they could give everyone in a really tough time a lift, and I hope everyone parties at home tonight.
gives us a night we will never forget. David Marshall.
Brilliant. Bring on the Euros, boys. Well done to everybody. Magic. As you can hear, I am buzzing.
I wanted to get Scotland back to where it was, and now we've done it. So we have to do well in the Euros now.
Saved! Scotland are going to the Euros! Unbelievable!
What an incredible memory that would be for all the Scotland football fans, and you wouldn't believe that would have happened during the midst of a global pandemic, but that was quite a special moment for the whole country of Scotland and for all the fans and for the team themselves. I mean, they worked seriously hard to get here. Of course, to the tournament, but they didn't make it easy for themselves, but for them to win on a penalty shootout was, I think, one of the most relieving and most rewarding experiences. All of the 24 players or 23 players for the Scotland team who beat Serbia over a few years ago, that was quite a memorable moment, and I was so chuffed for them, honestly. Of course, this is not just the first time also tonight that it's going to be the first home team clash for two of the home nations in this tournament, but also This is, like I said already, this is the first time in 25 years since England last played Scotland in a major football tournament, for both teams for that matter as well. But also they have played previously beforehand in a few years ago as well, before they qualified for the Euros. They both played in qualifier matches for the FIFA World Cup, for the last World Cup in Russia in 2018. And at home at Wembley Stadium, England destroyed Scotland 3-0. And but unbelievably, when it came to the away game for England and for the home game of Scotland, once again at Hampden Park in Glasgow, it went to a nail-biting draw, finishing 2-2. And it was quite an incredible game, honestly. And for tonight as well, when we find out later on who are going to be the lineups for for both teams later on tonight before the match kicks off, it's going to be close, honestly. It may only be the second game for England in their campaign here at this tournament. The same for Scotland. But it's, I mean, I've never thought this would ever happen, and I'm going to keep saying that because, I mean, I am so delirious about this because this was something I never thought would happen over a few years ago, but it's brilliant to see it actually happen right in front of our very eyes. And I know that both teams will put on a fantastic show, of course, at Wembley Stadium in a few hours' time. But also, I would just like to clarify, like I mentioned in the last few episodes, following, as you might remember, the Danish football player of Christian Eriksen, who unexpectedly collapsed on the field against Finland. And also, we've just to also clarify, unbelievably, before we, of course, play against Scotland tonight, Croatia are currently playing against the Czech Republic, and they have just scored. Persic just scored. Ivan Persic for sorry, not for England. My apologies. For Croatia, and he's just scored the equaliser for the Czech Republic. As Patrick Schick for the Czech Republic managed to score a penalty before the half-time whistle. But the second half is currently underway, and it's just gone to 1-1 now at the moment. And this is incredible. As it stands with this game, if the Czech Republic managed to beat Croatia in this game, they will advance to the next round, to the knockout round of UEFA Euro 2020. And I have a feeling that Croatia could be out of this tournament, even though they have still yet to play Scotland next week. So, but yeah, so much is happening on, which is brilliant, honestly, to hear. But like I did say, that all just popped up immediately. But if I just quickly go to my Instagram here on my phone here, my Instagram page, I have also, just a few days ago, I have got a news, and there's also a picture here of, once again, Christian Eriksen here, and it shows him in his hospital bed at the hospital in Denmark, just near the stadium in Copenhagen, where Denmark have been playing recently, and they did lose to their recent opponent of, as I can also just quickly check, of when they played yesterday, of Belgium. They lost 2-1, but they did manage to score the first goal in the first half, unbelievably. And honestly, they were quite the threat to Belgium from yesterday as well. But it does say here that this, from a few days ago, it says here that he posted on his official Instagram page, Christian Eriksen, and he says here, "Hello everyone, big thanks for your sweet and amazing greetings and messages from all around the world. It means a lot to me and my family. I'm fine under the circumstances. I still have to go through some examinations at the hospital, but I feel okay. Now I will cheer the boys on the Denmark team in the next matches. Play for all of Denmark. Best, Christian." Well, that's quite a shame that he, because of that collapse, he's now been ruled out of the Danish football squad. But like I did say, we wish him, everyone here, once again, including myself and all of the production team working here, once again on Football's Coming Home Again, my series, and also the spin-off of Football's Coming Home Again, Extra Time. We wish him all the best of all the prayers of hope, and hopefully he'll pull through in the next few days, and I hope he will get a speedy recovery, and he will be back to be playing for his national team very, very soon. But aside from that, like I have said already, I've also got some big news also that from just a few days ago as well. There has also been a call-up for Aaron Ramsdale, one of the third choice goalkeeper in the England team. He is expected to take over from Dean Henderson, who was the second choice goalkeeper, as he withdraws from the England team, unfortunately, with a hip injury. And he will return to playing for Man United for further assessment and rehabilitation ahead of the 2021/2022 season. But Aaron Ramsdale comes into the England squad after being a part of the 33-man pre-tournament group of friendlies against Austria and Romania, because he did actually play. He was actually on the subs bench but during those two warm-up games before the tournament did begin. And he does say that, it also says here that the 23-year-old will have to pass through standard COVID testing protocols before he's allowed to enter England's training camp, and this is Aaron Ramsdale. He was training earlier on this week as well, and the week beforehand as well, before the tournament started, and for the two warm-up games of Austria and also Romania. And also, Dean Henderson took to social media on Tuesday evening from last week, and he did say to express his disappointment and having to withdraw from the squad. "I worked so hard to be in this position," Henderson wrote on Twitter. "I'm devastated to have to withdraw through injury. I want to wish my teammates all the best for the up-and-coming games. Bring it home." So that's great to see him there, and we also are showing a picture right now of what he did actually say there, and we'll get that up very, very shortly as well. But if you are seeing it on screen right now, of course, all edited together, we, of course, have the, once again, all wishes, positive wishes to, once again, Dean Henderson, once again for a speedy recovery. But since he's dropped out the squad, that means Aaron Ramsdale will take over from him. But also there is the chance for Sam Johnstone, since there is of course a vacant space for a third choice keeper for the England team currently in this tournament. He might be possible for be playing in a future game. But as it stands, Jordan Pickford is still looking very promising, and I think I've heard rumours that he could be playing later on this evening. So so that's all been taken care of there. So. But what a shame for Dean Henderson to drop out of the squad. The same for, of course, a few weeks ago, Trent Alexander-Arnold went out following an injury during the warm-up game against Austria, and he's still recovering with that in hand as well. But what a shame, a real big shame for also to lose one of our England goalkeepers, as well as one of our best possible midfielders. That could he could have done some very interesting playmaking during the tournament. But with all that being said, also we have got a quick also another article before we get closer to, of course, tonight's second game of the UEFA Euro 2020 tournament campaign for both England and Scotland. And this is actually a news story about the manager Gareth Southgate for England, and he has said that he wants the players not to wreck their Euro 2021 dreams with ill discipline. Plus, England to revamp a team hotel to avoid bio-bubble boredom. And he says that the England manager was speaking in the wake of James Maddison, who had hoped to be in his squad this summer, but appears to have finally blown his chances of being one of 3 players dropped from Leicester City after attending a party during lockdown restrictions of the COVID-19 pandemic. and he's expected Gareth Southgate to watch Maddison play in a Sunday Premier League away match to West Ham United. This was from the last Premier League season, and he praised Leicester for the way that they dealt with the incident, although he added that he didn't want to talk about specifics. But he has also said here that however, there have been a number of off and on-field incidents that have affected the England squad in the past 2 years, which have annoyed Southgate. In the end, we have issues ourselves in the autumn, but that was during the 2020 UEFA Nations League season, when unfortunately they couldn't qualify for the finals, despite losing to Denmark, and also even though winning the first leg against Belgium. But they did lose their second game against them, which was kind of unfortunate. And he's also said that that is always very difficult for coaches to deal with. It puts you in really difficult positions, referring to Ben Chilwell, James Sancho and Tammy Abraham, who flouted COVID guidelines from over a year ago. And before that, Phil Foden and Mason Greenwood were sent home in September for meeting women in the England team hotel in Iceland, when they did play against Iceland once again in the UEFA Nations League, and that was their first match. But they managed to win against them, which was a good, of course, to get rid of the burden of losing to them at the last Euros tournament back in 2016 in France. But he does say that I can only compare that with March, where we came in with no dramas coming into the camp. He said that, and he also added, it's just a much better environment to prepare for football. We're only having to make football decisions, prepare the team, talk about football topics. I think for any coaching staff and any team, when we went into the World Cup tournament in Russia, we had minimal distractions going into it. That's something I talked to the players about after the autumn. And he also says here, carrying on from here, I mean, it's quite a long article here, but I'm going to try and talk about it as shortly as possible, as briefly as possible. And he said, in the autumn, discipline off the pitch and on the pitch really created the biggest issues for us, and meant we didn't get to the semi-finals of the Nations League that we were desperate to be in. Correct myself. It still annoys me when I look up that lineup of Italy, Spain, Belgium and France. It's a brilliant lineup and games that you want to be involved in. One of the key areas was that we didn't have availability of players at certain times for on and off the field misdemeanors. I said that wrong again. Coming into the summer, we've got to make sure we arrive into the camp giving ourselves the best chance to focus on football, and that helps to create a calmer environment for everybody to go into the tournament. Well, of course, as we have actually been seeing also, I have been seeing the recent training sessions from the last 2 weeks or so for England during this tournament. And there has been the chemistry has been very, very interesting from all of the team. It's nice to see that they're all getting on very well, and that normally with rivalries when it comes to club football level, that has had a big impact on the international stage for England when it comes to major tournaments. But like I said, it's been very promising this year, and very optimistic, like I've mentioned in previous episodes here on Football's Coming Home Again. So I think we can definitely have a good chance to go quite far in this tournament. And I'm hoping for my prediction as well, if I have not said already, my prediction for England at this UEFA Euro 2020 tournament, I would love them to go all the way, but minimally I would love them to reach the semi-finals, because that has been their best result that they've had at the UEFA Euro 2020. Well, of course, this would be for this tournament, but of course in their previous runs at this of course, UEFA European Football Championship. The best result they've had was over 25 years ago, and narrowly missing out on the final, losing to Germany on a dreaded penalty shootout when Gareth Southgate himself was playing. And funny enough, because of course for the game as well, since it's been over 25 years since we last played Scotland in a major football tournament, I have also got my own Euro 96 England football shirt that I amazingly got from Amazon, and the number 6, which unbelievably, if you did not know, if you might have seen me wear this shirt before, it is also one that has got Gareth Southgate, his name, on the back as well. And hopefully this won't be a bad omen shirt, just like with the last shirt that I wore for the game against Croatia. Hopefully it'll be a lucky one, and this hopefully will be the same one, despite me wearing a Scotland hat to also show my respect for, of course, today's opponents, once again of Scotland. But with that being said, I think it's time for us to get on with the game. So, of course, I know that we have been waiting a long time for this, 25 years ago, may I add, in fact, for, of course, our second game of the UEFA Euro 2020 tournament, as it's time once again for England's second match in the group stages of the UEFA Euro 2020 tournament, as they take on their friendly rivals from north of the border of Scotland. So once again, here we are for the second match day, of course, week game, of course, for both teams, as we kick off the second match in another week for the UEFA Euro 2020 tournament in Group D. As this is going to be, if you thought the nerve-wracking game of England versus Croatia was going to be a challenge for England, well, tonight it's going to be very much the same, but it's going to be more than just that. It's also a derby of course, of North versus South, and of course with our old rivals from, of course, the north of the border of Scotland. Just a quick update before I tell you about the lineups for it, because they've just released the lineups for both teams. A quick score update that unbelievably Croatia managed to equalise against the Czech Republic. They were the first to score in their game, and the final score was 1-1 at Hampden Park, once again in Glasgow. So that means that currently at the moment the Czech Republic are leading by 4 points at the moment in the group, and they've got 2 goals on goal difference, while England are in second with just 1, and also 3 points at the moment in second. But a win here today against Scotland will make them go top of the group, and depending on how many goals they score, hopefully a bit more than just 1 from last week, they will be sitting at the top of, and of course, of once again of Group D, and they'll hopefully be 1 step closer to going through to the next stage, or the next round of this tournament in the knockout round of 16. But like I did say, of course, just to also clarify, we've also got some, just before I'll just bring out the lineups for both teams, we've also, because I've got ITV Sport on right now that are covering the game today, live from Wembley Stadium tonight, which is, and also the weather is very, very different. I know it's a bit more darker in here where I normally, of course, because it was a lot more brighter over just a week ago when we played Croatia. but it's the complete opposite and contrast to last week's weather. It's very dreary, it's overcast, we've just had a bit of rain, and I think there might be some rainfall over at Wembley Stadium later on when the game gets underway in just under 30 minutes time. But just to clarify, because once again, as I've said already, the lineups for both England and Scotland have come out. So we are going for, this time we are playing a 4-4-3-1 formation. So I think very much the same to when we played against Croatia. And there has been a few changes as well. We've also got Luke Shaw taking over from, I'm trying to see who that is. And also we've got Reece James also on there. But the overall player lineup, once again, we've got Jordan Pickford in goal, and then we have Reece James, John Stones, Tyrone Mings, Luke Shaw, Declan Rice, Calvin Phillips, Phil Foden, Mason Mount, Raheem Sterling, who scored the incredible only goal against Croatia last week, and captain Harry Kane completes the lineup for England, once again managed by Gareth Southgate. Of course, it's not just a battle of course, these two countries are only separated by a border in the whole of the United Kingdom, but as well as that, it's a battle for both managers, like I said, not just for Gareth Southgate, but for also Steve Clarke and his, of course, Scottish team. As we have a quick look at the Scottish lineup, there's a few familiar faces in there with like McTominay, the goalkeeper David Marshall, also Billy Gilmore with his first start for Scotland as well, and also John McGinn, who's one of the very promising players for Scotland. He could cause a little bit of an upset for England tonight, but this is going to be an absolute corker, this game, everybody, and the captain, Andy Robertson, who also plays for Liverpool, he's also playing tonight as well, also along with the likes, once again, as I've just said, they have David Marshall, McTominay, Hanley, Tierney, O'Donnell, McGinn, Gilmore, McGregor, Robertson, Dykes and Adams, and that is the lineup, and they're playing unbelievably, because I never mentioned it in the last game when we played against Croatia. Scotland are playing in a 3-5-2 formation. So it's very an interesting lineup there, and a good, interesting formation for Scotland's point of view. And we're going to see how they, of course, not just the players, but also the lineup of and the formation and the whole team of not just England, but also Scotland. This one's going to be close, honestly. As much as I would love England to win here, it's going to be really, really tough. But I think we'll win comfortably. So, like with Croatia, I'm also going to, as soon as my mum and dad, because my mum's going to be joining me this time, because she was away last week, but she's going to be joining me alongside with my dad, John. Of course, my mum, Samantha Wright, as well, to also get her name as well. And my sister Hannah is just beside me as well. We're all going to be watching it in just a few minutes' time. And honestly, this one's going to be very, very interesting. I'm nervous, just like for the Croatia game. I know it's great that we've just won one game already, but we don't want to get too overconfident. We want to take every game as it comes. And this may only be the second one there for second game for us in the group for England. But the same also for Scotland. Anything can happen in this game. Honestly, it's going to be that hard to call and that unpredictable to think of who's going to win tonight. So honestly, but I think we'll play well against Scotland tonight, and my prediction is 2-1. So without further ado, the countdown once again to England versus Scotland continues.
Sitting comfortably? Not for long. We are not meant to enjoy this, you know. This is going to be a 90-minute ordeal. Stomach churning, fists clenching, pulse racing. And all because it matters. so much. It's an ancient rivalry, chaotic as it is complicated. I mean, just read your history books. Bannock Button, Bonnie Prince Charlie, the poll tax, William Wallace. You can take our lives, but you'll never take our... But I am not going to finish that. Now though, of course, old scores are settled in a more civilised manner. Kind of. Oh, and the victories, they taste so sweet. Oh no, be careful with our goalpost, lads, eh? And the defeats can't be. Forget about the past. This is all about the present. The class of 2021. This is it. It is time, lads, to add your name to the roll of honour. It is time to deliver. We are not meant to enjoy this. It is a 90-minute ordeal. But there's no way I'm missing it.
The challenge is to get up to the line, but do not go across it, because derby matches, a man sent off, the whole thing can change.
The main thing is to get chances. If you get your chance, be clinical. That's what I'm looking for from us. I want Harry Kane further up the pitch so he can take that half chance of being covered.
So Graham's confidence is growing, and your confidence remains where?
My confidence is exactly where it is, because I'm very confident in our team. We played the best we can, we beat Scotland.
Your team will get booed before we start.
I don't care. We're not getting booed at the moment.
Let's see, we're all set. It's the 115th meeting between England and Scotland, and really has it mattered so much. Your commentators, Lee Dixon, Ali McCoy, and first, good evening to Sam Matterface.
Hey!
Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Sam. Good evening, Ali. Akayunu to you as well.
So far, Euro 2020.
That's crazy. Today it is the 150th meeting between both these two teams, the first ever, and I would also say the world's oldest international football fixture, England versus Scotland. Both teams are in the dugout right now and they're about to come onto the pitch. Rain has started to fall at Wembley Stadium once again. This is absolutely crazy. I can't believe I'm actually seeing this happen right now. Since 25 years ago at Euro 96, we last played at a major football tournament, both England and Scotland. This is going to be a very close game here, honestly. I may be wearing a Scotland cap, but I wish Scotland the very best of luck. Honestly, they've done really well to be in this tournament, despite losing to the Czech Republic last week. This one's going to be an absolute classic, I'm sure it will be. This is going to be like a blockbuster film like Braveheart was 25 years ago. Time for the national anthems. Flower of Scotland first for Scotland. Do you have to really talk through the anthem, Dads? Because I'm filming.
Sorry, son, I didn't know you was filming.
Well, you're in shot now.
We should have said.
Well, I told you I was going to start filming.
Oh.
I thought I did. Oh, I didn't know Hannah hasn't ate yet. Oh, I thought she already ate. The mixture of boos there from Scotland, but they're playing well. Good luck to Scotland tonight. God save our gracious Queen, long live our
Raise your glasses. England against Scotland is next.
Absolutely amazing. There was a bit of booze there from the from the England fans there against Scotland for the national anthem, and I do apologise with what's happening there. I know that was totally caught on film, I think, because my sister Hannah is about to have her tea a little bit more later. But anyway, without further ado, the stage is set for once again the oldest international football fixture in the whole world. Once again, England versus Scotland. Kick-off minutes away. So we're just minutes away from kick-off. The referee for the game is from Italy, and it's the first time VAR, this video assistant referee, is going to be used in this tournament. We've waited 5 years since this tournament, and the last time we played in a major tournament, our campaign at Euro 2020 is about to get underway. We just wait for the referee's whistle to kick off the match.
Kick-off is on in glorious Wembley sunshine.
It's very, very warm at Wembley Stadium today. And the England team are taking the knee despite the booze. Utmost respect for the racism awareness in the sport. And we're underway. Come on, England! Our campaign at Euro 2020 is underway here at Wembley. Once again, England against Croatia.
Exclude losing in the penalty shootout to Germany in Euro 96. They've never lost a major tournament game at Wembley. We'll go with that, Roger. Yeah, that's the better one, I think, to go with.
I totally agree there. Guy Mowbray is one of our commentators with Jermaine Janus, former England international player. Croatia get an early throw in.
As Scotland go in search of their first goal in a major tournament since Craig Burley scored in Bordeaux against Norway at France 98.
Well, here we go, folks. Minutes away from kick-off.
Been involved in a Champions League final over the last...
The second game for England's campaign at UEFA Euro 2020. And the referee today is from Spain, as well as the VAR, the assistant, virtual assistant referee, video assistant referee, sorry.
Hardly hear yourself think.
The atmosphere here is incredible. I know it's started to rain. This is going to be the first wet match for England and for Scotland as well. There's a shot of Gareth Southgate there. Scotland and also England are both taking the knee here before kick-off. Great respect. This is going to be awesome. And there we go, kick-off. Come on, England. Off we go with our second match once again of the group stages in Group D. England versus Scotland, live here from Wembley Stadium. Oh, and there's already been a clash already with someone on the ground. Oh my goodness me, it has started off in dramatic fashion here. Oh, that looked nasty. That got him in the face there, I think. Luke Shaw was down, but he's okay. There's going to be very little in it between both teams here. Throw into England.
I'm just about ready to march on Carlisle.
Well, what a great thing to say there, Ali. Great to see you again. The only Scottish commentator alongside Sam Matterface and Lee Dixon on ITV Sport at the moment. Of course, live here currently as it happens. Good pass, Raheem Sterling. A good tackle there from John McGinn of Scotland. This is the clash we certainly was not expecting in this tournament, but boy, this one's going to be a classic, like I said earlier on. There's going to be very little in it.
Scotland may well be more defensively minded tonight. Steve Park put the 3 in at the back, which looks like a 5 from the early exchange. exchanges to make them hard to beat. He has history of causing upsets. He constructed a Kilmarnock team that really disrupted the top order of the Scottish Premiership. It was a real thorn in the side of the old firm.
Oh, that's a good through ball there, but got intercepted. Oh, a little clash there, Calvin Phillips. Oh, he's putting the pressure on Scotland right from the start.
Straight from the start, Gareth's thoughts behind putting James on one side and Shaw.
Oh, I'm gonna say it looked like the Scotland player also did grab his shirt there, actually, funny enough, Calvin Phillips. But that was a good 50-50 challenge, but it's a goal kick to Scotland. I would just like to apologise. I know that the lighting is a bit unusual here, but we do have a big light in our living room, but unfortunately the lights aren't working, so it's a little bit dark. But we, of course, in the edit. Oh, we almost had a bit of a cutout there from the actual match broadcast. I think that's because due to the rain, it's really starting to really fall now.
I thought he might have gone for that formation, believe it or not, the opening game against the Czech Republic, but it's certainly a team prepared to attack. And they are doing that.
Well, they most certainly are. Chance for Scotland! Oh, good stop there. I think John Pickford got a hand to it and cleared away from danger there. Oh, that was very close. Scotland get the first chance there.
He's onside, cuts it back. Great run from Adams, just holds his position, 2 yards, goes to go in behind, stands up.
Great defence there, I think that was from John Stones, but Scotland are still on the ball here. Oh, little challenge, but cleared away desperately from John Pickford for England. And there's Steve Clarke there for Scotland, the manager. It'll be interesting to see what he is thinking, as much as Gareth Southgate is. I know that just like I mentioned in the last game against Croatia, there's going to be very little in it between both teams here, but since both these countries, or both these teams are there's only a border separating them in the United Kingdom, this rivalry is fierce as ever, as it always has been since centuries ago when it all started. Good little challenge there, Mason Mount and Billy Gilmore there with his first cap for Scotland.
Both he and Dykes have been guilty of that. Adams' international goals have come against.
Oh, good little tackle there from Phil Foden, but referee pulls it back though. Scotland have a free kick. Oh, my apologies. I think that was actually England. Oh, I didn't even realise. I thought it was actually going to go for Scotland there.
Just looking at the midfield for Scotland with McGregor, Gilmore and McGinn.
Because there was quite the clash. I mean, there was a lot of shielding of the ball there. Oh, what a tackle! Oh, and the referee, I didn't hear the whistle, but he's definitely blown it there. How's that not a yellow card? Oh, that was an aggressive challenge there on Harry Kane from John McGinn. Oh, man. He's been targeted again like he was just in the last game in Croatia. He also accidentally winded himself on the goalpost to Croatia in the last game, so it's a free kick to England. It looks like Phil Foden's going to take this. This could be a dangerous place for England here.
The Spanish referee just lining up the wall, making sure they take it on to Mason Mount.
Well, yeah, because I mean it's not far away from from Scottish goal. Well, that's what I mean. You know what I mean, don't you? I'm not trying to confuse you. I'm saying it's a dangerous place for Scotland to attack. I'm saying it would look dangerous for England attacking. That's what I meant, there, Dad. I know I've got away with words, but it's not like I want to try and, like, you know, say something that wouldn't happen. Oh, another good challenge there, but referee stopped it there. Another aggressive challenge there from Calvin Phillips.
That both sides, I understand
Ooh, that did look awkward there, to be fair. That was on John McGinn again. He didn't even put his hands on him there. He slid on the grass though. So here we go. Here's a dangerous chance here for Scotland with a free kick.
England's set-piece defending is usually enhanced by the presence of Harry Maguire. Wasn't selected tonight despite declaring himself fit.
Now that is quite a shame though. I think he might be on the bench though. Kick! Heads cleared out there from England. Good header there from Phil Foden.
Right on the 6-yard box, middle of the goal.
Oof. Oh, good chance again for Scotland. But John Pickford picks it up easily. Yeah, don't let the ball go to your feet. Don't do anything stupid like what Joe Hart did a few years ago. You want to keep that pressure, keep the ball going, keep the pace of this game fast as always here. I mean, both teams have played, they've gone straight for the ball right from the off here, which was to be expected. Oh, another challenge there. Free kick again to Scotland. Phil Foden, he's definitely hungry, not just to keep England's defence strong, but like what he did in the last game against Croatia, he narrowly missed out on a great goal in the first few minutes, hitting the post.
Southgate has resisted the temptation to reshuffle extensively. He felt in a game where they would have more of the ball, Reece James and Luke Shaw would be better on it.
Oh, that was a good chip. Oh, but he loses it unluckily. There was that Mason Mount there, unfortunately. He almost tried to chip the ball over one of the Scottish players there.
I'm very well aware there's only 10 minutes going, but the one big difference for me straight away is Adams in a forward position for Scotland. Just gives us a completely different option.
And here's a little run here. I think this is from Raheem Sterling.
Phillips.
Good pass.
This is Reece James.
Reece James, his first game for England in this tournament. Pass it back from Foden to back to him again. Go on, Phil. Oh, there's a lot of defence there from the Scotland team. But the ball got deflected as Mason Mount tried to go for a shot, but the referee calls it.
Harry Kane in the box on his own. Eventually, Mount joins the play. See what he's trying to do.
Well, I think that was a deflection there. Looks like I think it's a corner to England here. I thought the referee blew it for offside there, but because there was loads of Scotland players in the box there.
That's certainly not the case this time around.
I could never get my head round that, to be honest with you.
Mount's delivery.
And a good one there. Heads! Oh, off the post! Oh my God, I don't know who that was. That was a great header and a great corner kick there from Mason Mount. Another 50-50 challenge from England here. The referee lets it go though, unbelievably. And the ball goes out for a throw-in. Oh my word.
Slightly behind him. That's why he's arching his neck trying to get.
Now to show the replay, that was a great header. I think, was that Harry Kane there? No, that was John Stones. Oh, right in the middle of the right post. Oh, if that was any more further to the left, that would have been in. And the keeper would have been caught off guard there. Oh, that was so unlucky.
Well, he's had an impressive resurgence in the title-winning Manchester City team.
It's great to see John Stones has improved so much from when he first played in the FIFA World Cup in Russia 2018, the last World Cup, when the first time he played for England in a major tournament. Oh, great interception there. I think that's Raheem Sterling. Here's a chance for England. Shoot! Oh, missed again. What a great assist there from Raheem Sterling, and Mason Mount just missed out on the goal. Oh my word. 2 chances within a few minutes, even though that the goalkeeper, the Scottish goalkeeper, David Marshall, had it covered. Oh, what a chance for the youngster. He's been playing amazingly for Chelsea. He's become one of my new favourite players from the last Premier League season. That's just gone from last month. That's just gone by. And now Scotland are on the chance here. Through ball, but easily dealt with once again from Jordan Pickford here. He's getting a bit frustrated here.
Just drops into that pocket.
He's been saying a little few encouraging words as he picked up the ball, as he kicks it out, and England once again have possession of the ball once more. Oh, and another clash again. And the referee's coming over here. I think he's having a little bit of a little chin wag here. He has been playing quite aggressively in this game so far. Oh, he actually held his leg. Oh my goodness me! What on earth was he doing there? Oh, and look at that. Oh, the Spanish referee's having a very stern word with Calvin Phillips there. There was no need for that. He's lucky he didn't get a yellow card, to be fair. This could be his last chance if he wants to get into the good books of the referee. We don't want any players to get a yellow card, like unfortunately with Phil Foden in the last game. But he's still playing though. He's the only one that has got a yellow card in this England side so far. And another easy stop there. Kicked out once again from John Pickford. Scotland, they really trying to steal possession of the ball there. Oh, and another challenge. It's been stop-start here, and it's a yellow card! Oh no! Oh, it's for a dive. Oh, it was for the Scotland player. I thought it was an England player. That was John McGinn there for Scotland. Let's have a look and see what caused that yellow card offence. Oh, he grabbed his shirt on Tyrone Mings there. That was a good call from the referee. No need for that. Absolutely disgraceful play there. Very dirty play. Thoroughly deserved, I'm afraid. Sorry to say that to all the Scotland fans that may be watching. They're starting to play dirty. I knew it was going to get ugly sooner rather than later during this game. Well, I do apologise. We're also having another little technical difficulty from our broadcast of the game here. I think that's due to the rain, like I said already. Nothing can be helped here, everybody, though, but if anything does happen, we will try and find a way to keep an eye on this game for you. It's still 0-0 at the moment, as just over 15 minutes have been played now in the first half. And England have had the most chances so far as they show the replay of that incredible header there from John Stones. It went off target, sadly. If that was, like I said, a few inches to the left, that would have been in. That would have been a great goal. But once again, it's still England 0, Scotland 0. Like I said already, as we reach a quarter of the first half elapsed already. Oh, that's a great through ball. Here's Phil Foden. Oh, missed again. Oh, but he got called off for offside as well. That was unfortunate. That was a great through ball. I don't know who put on that brilliant ball there, but as you could just see, he was just caught out there, Phil Foden. That was the lifeline Scotland needed there. Phil Foden's looking very dangerous. He could be the new Paul Gascoigne, as he's sporting some bleach blonde hair. As I have been hearing, he's looked up to Paul Gascoigne in a big way. He's become quite an influence on him, not just because of his hairstyle, but how much of an amazing player he used to be for Lazio when he was playing in Italy back in the 90s. There's a lot of booing. I don't know which fans are doing that, but it looks like it's coming from either side, I think. I mean, this is to be expected though, since this is, you would classify this as a derby day game as well, even though this is at international level rather than club level. Here's a chance, Luke Shaw again, Mason Mount crosses but blocked. Great defending there from McTominay there of Scotland. And there's another chance for Mason Mount to put in another great ball as he just mops his mouth there with his shirt, as it's still fairly wet at Wembley still at the moment as the rain continues to fall.
Johnstone's hit the post from the last England corner.
Come on, Mason, get another good ball in there, mate.
Kane and Mings also in there, and Declan Rice as well.
Here we go. Kicks, heads. Oh, good defending there from Scotland. And Scotland are on the run. Oh, what a tackle. Oh, it looked like he got body checked there, not just by one England player, but two there.
Didn't stand a chance.
Referee let it go though, to be fair. I think that was definitely another 50-50 challenge. Yeah, I totally agree there, Dad, from what you just said there. He's just joined me in the room right now, as my mum and my sister Hannah are currently having tea a little bit later than usual. I've already ate mine as beforehand, before this game happened. Oh, hello. The referee's blown again. What's this for? Oh, that's unlucky. Was that from England there? I don't know who just caught that fan ball there, but it's a quick free kick taken from Scotland.
Quite rigid first 10 or 15 minutes.
I think all the booing's coming from the England fans here.
Yeah, I think they're giving a bit of pressure on the...
I think they're trying to distract them, just like what they did against Croatia last week. The fans are really having a part in this, honestly. I mean, you know, I knew it was to be expected in this clash. Oh my gosh! He was desperate to head the ball out there. That was quite a late challenge there from John Stones. Oh, he actually went over one of the Scottish players there. My goodness me, I don't know what he was doing there. But he has gave another vital chance to Scotland here. And this could be a major upset for England here if they get a good ball in from this free kick. Heads. Heads again. But cleared away from England again. Scotland get another chance. Oh, unlucky. Goodness me, that looked like it was on target, but it was just went wide. My goodness me, that shot there from Tyranny there for Scotland had us worried there. Another good chance here. Mason Mount on the ball for England. Oh, a great clearance there for one of the Scotland players.
It is Billy Gilmour's first international start. Only turned 20 a week ago.
That's crazy there, Sam. And also on the kind of the topic of, I know he's not playing tonight, but also Jordan Henderson celebrated his birthday just a few days ago as well. So a belated happy birthday to Jordan. I think he's on the bench in this game tonight. And unbelievably, he also received an MBE from Her Majesty the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, just a few days ago from that as well, unbelievably. So congratulations to him for that as well.
Shapiro was trending on social media during and after the Croatia game on Sunday.
That is the nickname he has been given though, Calvin Phillips, because he does play for Leeds United, who have had an incredible season from earlier on this year. They just became champions in the second English division
Mark Sterling. Now he's expected to come out and mark short and Mount. He's got an awful lot of yardage to cover.
It's so important, Lee, the communication between players.
Oh, that was some poor play there from Scotland. And Raheem Sterling almost got a run there, but Scotland got it again.
It is their throw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a throw in.
terms of passing players on, communication, save yourself that 5-10 yard run.
McGregor and McGinn, are they that type of player, Ali, to be able to do that and shift him across the pitch?
Absolutely.
Because he's 20 years of age,
Correct.
he needs help.
Absolutely, there's no getting away from it.
Also, I always
The chanting from the Scotland fans of the national anthem, Flower of Scotland.
him around in front of you, protect him as well.
Talk to him all game. All game.
Well, a little Dykes there, one of the Scotland players, is holding his head there. I think there was another little clash there. Oh, he did put his hand on there, Declan Rice. That was unfortunate.
He didn't put his hand on there, he didn't hurt him, did he? Drama queen.
You're always going to get them here. They're going to try desperately to try and play in a very dubious way.
They've certainly enjoyed their day in London.
They're in fine voice as Scotland take a free kick there from that unfortunate little clash there with Declan Rice and Dykes just earlier on.
Throughout the capital.
Oh, and another tackle on Scotland there, on Phil Foden. Oh, I hope he's okay. Ooh, he tried to get the ball, but he did take him out there as well. Oh, he was a bit all over the place there, Phil. I think he was a little bit unbalanced.
The refereeing has been of
Exemplary
standard.
The whole tournament so far, not wanting to tempt fate at all, but you're absolutely spot on, Sam.
I totally agree there, Ali. I mean, the referees are not falling for any biased decisions from either team at the moment. But there's been no checks of VAR just yet. Like also from the last game that England played against Croatia. But as we reach the halfway mark of 25 minutes, it's still England 0, Scotland 0 here at Wembley Stadium. Another easy save there for Jordan Pickford.
Sam, but that particular time, if Dykes attacks the centre of the goal rather than the front post, it does trouble you.
Well, that's a good ball there, but easily stopped once again from, this time, David Marshall for Scotland. There's been a load of long balls in this first half, but not just that. I mean, a few short passes as well. They've all played a part in this half so far, but none of them have been converted into goals. But England have had the most chances so far, but it's still very little in it between both teams here. Another good through ball there, but intercepted easily there from
Scotland. He's missed a lot of chances, 12 goals in 42 for QPR this season.
From I'm not sure if that was Tyrone Mings there. I didn't catch the name on his shirt just then, but it was definitely one of our England players. Always a good chance. Good cross! Harry Kane! Oh! Unlucky. Another great chance. What a superb chance there from Captain Harry Kane. It was almost a repeat of what he tried to do against Croatia last week. That diving header just went on target. Oh, it's one of the best chances England have had so far. Alongside what Calvin Phillips done earlier on this half.
Look at that one. No doubt. That's what Harry does superbly well. He plays on the shoulder, as you know.
So it's once again a goal kick to Scotland.
It's an absolute nightmare.
With David Marshall standing by to kick the ball.
Turn round and know the cross is coming in. In that position, so hard to defend against. James was a favourite.
Without a doubt there, I totally agree with you there, Lee Dixon.
Anyone else at Chelsea? England have had the better chances, but it is a game that is on a knife edge.
It most certainly is. As I said already, There's very little in it between both teams here. I knew it was going to be a close one. Here's a chance here for Scotland. Good cross. Oh, good save once again from Jordan Pickford. That was another great chance from Scotland. That's one of the best chances Scotland have had so far. But well saved, once again from Jordan Pickford. That was a great shot there, but an outstretched right hand there from Jordan Pickford denies the chance for Scotland to go 1-0 up.
That could have gone anywhere. Unfortunately, from our point of view, just too high for Adams. Great football all round from us.
Well, it just shows you Robertson wing back.
Like I said before, I know that as much as I'd love England to win here tonight, Scotland are quite the threat here at the moment, honestly. They're really making up for their performance against the Czech Republic last week.
They qualified for the last 16 of the European Championships. Scotland really need to get something.
Well, especially for them, they need a win so they can stay in the tournament. I think if they lose to England tonight, they could be on their way out of this tournament, unfortunately. They'll be the first home nation to be out of the tournament.
For the fans of England and Scotland to get off their seats.
It's a good save from Pickford, but I've watched him a lot, and whenever he makes those type of saves, really strong wrist, but a lot of the balls come back into play, you know, instead of going out wide.
Another clash there for both England and Scotland players.
No, I hear you absolutely.
One player still on the ground. He just gets up in time. And an interesting bit of play here from England here. Oh! That was some good skills there. He was trying to nutmeg one of the players. Good cross for Phil Foden, but the ball goes out. Oh, that was unlucky. That was a great run there. Great little lob pass there from, as we see that again on the replay, from, I think, it just got deflected there from Harry Kane.
Just Harry Kane just following.
Oh no, that was actually the challenge he put on one of the Scotland players.
Quite easily.
There's been some great chances from both teams here.
Stephen O'Donnell has kept his place. He's never really done anything wrong for Steve Clarke.
Sam, you're 100% right. He's never let us down at all. And, you know, we're not getting carried away, but in the first 30 minutes or so, he's been excellent, particularly in forward areas.
I totally agree with you there, Ali, honestly. Both teams have got their star players and they're really out in full force, both of them in this game so far in this first half. Any of them can make the difference in this game, and I'm sure it will be down to a hand-picked lineup of players to really play a vital part in this game for either team. Good little pass there from Mason Mount trying to cross it in, but it gets intercepted quickly out from Scotland.
There was an issue there.
Here's John Stones. Mason Mount. Stones again, and then back to Mount. Good pass. Oh! Unlucky there. That was a great little lob pass there from Mason Mount to Raheem Sterling, but it just went too far. He just couldn't get the foot on that, and it just goes out. And once again, Scotland have the goal kick.
You're right, Lee. That's a couple of times, a couple of intelligent runs from Foden and Sterling, just in between.
We're almost coming up to the last 10 minutes of the first half here, as we're just coming up to 35 minutes played here. Oh, another good chance here for England, but cleared out by Tyranny from Scotland. Phil Foden. Oh, that was some good skill there. Oh, and he got tackled, but the referee lets it go. Outrage from the England fans here. A load of boos of disapproval there from the referee's decision.
Real confidence, a flourish about Phil Foden, isn't there? Every time he picks up the ball.
Both teams have had one shot on target And England have had 65% possession rather to 35 from Scotland's perspective in this first half so far. The attempts from both teams though, there's very little in it. I just missaw it there unfortunately, so I couldn't say it in there. But there was very little in it between both teams.
Steve Clarke will be a little bit more settled now. The other game's panning out. Those chances, early chances for England, haven't really had one recently.
They've only had a few, but they couldn't convert them into goals sadly yet.
Stabbing wide from close range.
Another long ball there for England. Oh! Another little clash. Oh! And looks like one of the Scotland players is holding the leg. Oh, hello. The Spanish referee's having a word with Phil Foden there for that late challenge. Oh no, that was actually Mason Mount actually, my apologies. Yeah, I know, he barely touched him.
I think Scotland will be really happy.
Scotland are trying every trick in the book to try and get something in possession of the ball here. Here's a chance here for Scotland. Some great defending once again from England. And that ball goes well off target there. That was a poor pass there.
Crossed the ball in for someone during Euro 96. He hasn't stopped talking about it this week.
I was going to say, a few England fans are saying Scotland get battered everywhere we go. Well, they're not exactly getting a battering yet, because neither team have yet to score. But that is a very popular, tongue-in-cheek, of course, insult chant to the Scots. A lot of that had been sung during the last World Cup when England played. Oh, that's a good lob pass there from Tyranny. And here's Dykes for Scotland. Oh my word! Look at that great defence there from Calvin Phillips. But there you go, Calvin Phillips managed to get the ball out for Scotland to get their first corner of the game here.
We're not even at half time yet, but I've got to say from Scotland's point of view, Lee have been really impressed with the game management.
Unless I think I might have got that wrong. I think they might have had a corner from earlier on in this half, but this could be a vital chance for Scotland here. The defence is so tight here. Oh hello, there's a little bit of some jostling there in the wall there. There's literally half of the England team are in the box at the moment, desperate to try and hold on to the to Van Hart. Here comes the corner. Great punt, well punched out there from John Pickford. Now England could be on the counter-attack here, but no, they just got intercepted. The ball rolls to David Marshall, the Scotland goalkeeper. Phil Foden trying to put on the pressure.
Crying out for Jack Grealish to get on the ball and just suck a few of the
well, he might be on the bench, but it would be nice to see him play, because we did see him warm up on the sideline in the last game against Croatia, but he never played, unfortunately. But it would be nice to see him play in the second half, hopefully, because he could be the game changer in this game. So, of course, well, so far in this game. But if he does go on, he could really deliver something, really give something for England that could be vitally important for them to hopefully win this game tonight. As we reach the final 5 minutes of the first half, the 40th minute, England and Scotland still are goalless at the moment. I had a bit of a knowing that it was going to be still remain the same, the score. Neither side have scored yet, but that can all change. As I said, it's still very little in it between both teams. There's still time in this first half for either side to break the deadlock like England did against Croatia last week.
Against Croatia, well, they started really fast, England, and then slackened off a little bit. There's a lot of nervous energy that was expended before the game. Walking into this arena was like walking into a coliseum when they emerged from the tunnel. And officially, there's only supposed to be 2,800 Scottish supporters inside the ground. I don't need a calculator.
They're keeping it very defensively at the moment, Scotland here, Dad.
Take some of the players on.
There was 2,000 odd waiting for the England bus when we arrived. Give them a nice warm welcome, didn't they? I
did enjoy that, I must admit. Mount.
Oh, here's a chance. Here we go.
Phillips.
Go on. Oh, easily cleared from Scotland.
Nice dealing with Dykes, and England.
They just need to try and, you know, they don't want to, you know, go in there too early, because I think they've been doing that a little bit too much in this half already. It's just timing. It's all about timing here. That can make all the difference to an essential bit of play making here in this match. Oh, another little clash there. Scotland still had the possession of the ball here. But look how critical and clinical England here are, desperate to defend, so they try not to let Scotland sneak in a cheeky one here.
Touches of the ball, Scotland stringing passes together here.
More distraction or booing from Scotland. Oh, a sharp shot chance there, but denied there and deflected off on one of the England players. So it's another corner to Scotland here.
You've got to engage a player. Go towards him, no good just standing in front. Patient build up from Scotland, not good enough closing down from England.
This could be a crucial moment of the match.
As we go into the last minute of the first half,
Andrew Robertson of Liverpool.
the captain for Scotland takes the corner, crosses it over, heads,
Phillips gets it under control.
but well defended there from Calvin Phillips as he clears the ball away from danger. That had me worried there. Honestly, I thought they could have scored. Scotland have definitely been putting on the pressure onto us as well as ourselves.
67, 77 when the heroes were heading down.
So we're going into the last minute of the first half. Let's hear from the fourth official how many minutes of stoppage time are added on. Oh, there we go, there we have it, unbelievably. Since there hasn't been many stops in this game, as it stands, it's a very hard-fought first half, but at the end of the first half, it remains goalless. England 0, Scotland 0 here at Wembley Stadium at half-time.
Scotland might be happy if that trend was broken today. I'm not sure many others would be.
Gareth certainly won't panic though. He waited till the 70th minute to make a sub today. He's got great options. Keep calm, trust his players.
Harry Kane's only had one touch in the Scotland box. What's going to happen in the second half? Lee Dixon, Ali McCoist and Sam Matterface with the action.
Well, this is the youngest ever England side that has been named in a major tournament, an average age of 25 years, 31 days. Scotland fans have made a
The Carnival de Paris from Dario G rings around the stadium. And the whistle goes. Off we go for the second half of, once again, England versus Scotland. Our second match for both teams of Group D in the UEFA Euro 2020 tournament.
Does funny things to you. Just ask Stuart Kennedy. Think about those goalposts floating down Wembley Way. Colin Hendry losing his bearings, Gascoigne's brilliance, Paul Scholes scoring a header, and Griffiths the free kick master. Maybe someone will have to come off the bench and make a real significant impact in this encounter.
I totally agree there, Sam. I think it will go down to a substitute from either team here. We just had Jack Grealish warming up And loads of talk from the pundits of ITV Sport, Mark Balgash. Oh! Unlucky. That was a good chance from Scotland. Well defended there from Luke Shaw. And like I said though, with Mark Balgash, and you just wondered what that barking was. That was our dog Henry. I do apologise for the barking in the background. So here we go. Here's a chance. Oh, that was actually a chance for England, actually, not Scotland. My mistake, as they go for the corner. But it gets headed out quickly from Scotland. That's a great start. A counter-attack right off the bat at the start of the first half, second half. I do apologise. And this is what we need. I'm sure there's been some very interesting words said by both coaches, Steve Clarke and Gareth Southgate, for both England and Scotland. And I'm sure they have made, I would say, definitely quite an impact for both teams here.
No panic whatsoever. Bench full of talent.
But I'm sure that, like what the pundits on ITV have been saying, with Roy Keane and Scott Brown representing Scotland, it could go. I mean, we have had quite a few chances, England, but we haven't converted them into goals. And this is a home game for us. We need to do better, honestly. Oh, here's a chance there again for England. Oh! Well blocked from Scotland. That was a great chance for Phil Foden. But it's still in danger for Scotland. A good shot. Oh, saved again. That was a great chance there from Mason Mount. Well, that's what we need, honestly. Oh, and that was on target. Well saved there from David Marshall. And the England fans are really getting behind the... Look at that, come on! Nice. Another corner for England here. Another chance. Here come England again. But header there from Phil Foden, sorry, I do, not Bill Foden there, I do apologise. Goes wide, sadly. Scotland can breathe once again.
Thrown 2 fists at it, just skids off his gloves a little bit. He has a little look.
That was a great save there from David Marshall there for Scotland, denying a chance there for Mason Mount for England. He's had a few good chances so far. He's really played a lot better in this game than what he did in the last game against Croatia. Not to say he was bad or anything, but he's definitely improved a lot in this game so far. An easy pass back to Jordan Pickford. And the ball goes off and no one got to that there. So another goal kick. Once again it goes onto the other side of the pitch to Scotland. Ooh, a bit of a wincing look there from Mason Mount. Looks like something has been giving him a bit of grief. It looks like, I think, Jack Grealish is tying up his football boots. He gives a little smirk to the camera because he knows he's on camera. And it looks like, I think the England fans have spotted that as well. I have a feeling he could be going on soon, which could make all the difference here for England, as Gareth Southgate nervously watches on.
Actually, in Euro '96, the last time these two played in a major tournament, you came off the bench. That's correct, yes.
I know he did play, actually, Ali McCoist at that time. And one of the potential goals for Scotland got saved by our old great goalkeeper, David Seaman. I mean, this is just as tense as it was 25 years ago. There's been a superb performance from both teams so far. I know, as I've said already, it's going to go right down to the wire. And I can't call a winner here, as much as I'd love England to win here. I mean, Scotland have proven that they they don't want to go down without a fight here.
It's 25 years to the day since England beat the Dutch 4-1 here at Wembley on what was a high watermark for English football. Here on the left-hand side now is Robertson trying to fizz it in.
Well, a good chance there. Scotland are on the... tried to go for a chance there, but it easily got stopped there for England. The ball gets cleared.
1996 when Sheringham and Shearer did so much damage to the Dutch defence.
That's crazy to think that we actually played against Netherlands this time 25 years ago. I never knew that at all.
Remember that one well? Yep, I remember both of them well actually. Also worth mentioning, I probably think that was England's best performance of Euro 96 against the Dutch. They were superb that night.
I don't remember it. I was in the international wilderness at the time.
There you go, Reece James there. He's actually had a haircut. I can see why. I couldn't actually couldn't recognise him earlier on because of his hair. He's got rid of those blonde highlights from a few weeks back.
Substitutes over on the far side, but it's Marcus Rashford and Jordan Henderson, I think, who are going through their places.
Oh, interesting to hear that, if they're going to be coming on later. For me personally, I think we need to get Jack Grealish on there. He could really mix things up here for England, and it could be very essential. So a good chance there, great little lob pass there from Phil Foden, but headed out again from Scotland.
As accurate or as precise as Gareth Southgate would have wanted. But England tend to do this. Most of their victories are by a binary scoreline, 1-0, 1-0. 1-0, that's the last three.
That's very interesting to hear, actually. It feels like it's a new trend they're starting to follow here.
Too many. They never established themselves as the great entertainers of the nation.
Well, at the moment they've got 4 up front. Just opens up the whole midfield. So when Rice and Phillips have got the ball,
this never happened against Croatia. I knew that Scotland were going to be awkward for us, to be fair. Loads of people from Sky Sports News have mentioned that, actually, Dad. So
picking those balls up in that area and turning and running at Scotland was surely.
This would be nice to see an England player actually take a run and actually take players on.
Well, I mean, they have done that at times.
Yeah,
I think
they just keep passing it though.
The way I see it, Dad, I'm thinking they're trying to do it methodically here, because if they actually try and do that, and if one player is in the wrong place, that could be costly.
Right, we're 53 minutes of them just passing the ball, Jack, and it's 0-0. Crowd are booing them. It's not exactly very entertaining.
Well, I'm not sure if that was for England. I thought that was from Scotland.
Almost if they're frightened of trying to take a player on and actually run at them. Give it a go.
Well, we don't want anyone to get a yellow card, to be fair, as well.
4 minutes now, just passing the ball. That's it.
Well, don't underestimate them. They just give them the chance. They need to take their time. They can't rush this.
Not rush it. It's 54 minutes into the match.
All right, you said. I get it.
Go on.
Go on! Oh, unlucky. That was a good shot.
He can hit them.
Some very interesting words said from my dad, John Wright here. But well, I'm just saying. I mean, I could tell. I could totally relate to your frustration of how England have been playing so far. But that's another great chance. But that went wide. Oh my word!
There aren't more Fodens on the pitch because he's not frightened to take them on and ever run at them.
Well, there's only one of them, sadly.
There aren't more of them.
But as I said, don't underestimate him. He could still be quite a force to be reckoned with in this England team. Another chance here for Scotland. Oh! Oh, that was a bit scrappy there. A scrappy finish there. And a great interception from Phil Foden here. Oh, this could be a chance for England here on the run. Oh, and it looks like the referee has blown for it.
And it's a free kick. What a let up at the other end, Ali McCoy.
Oh my God, it was England. Unlucky. That was unfortunate.
Adams has impressed me so far this evening. He's been taking the ball.
Oh my goodness me! I don't know what that was for. Let's have a look. Did Harry Kane? Was it a little clash? Unless it looked like he got body checked by 2. They're trying to shield the ball. That was sloppy. Honestly, I thought he was going to score there. Scotland should have had that chance and they threw it away there. They would have been 1-0 up by now, I think. And I know I wouldn't normally say that, but I'm just saying that was a big chance missed out for Scotland. Phil Foden with the free kick. It headed out. There was another sloppy header there from England. David Marshall with another easy save for England. But we are seeing Jack Grealish warm epic on the side.
Substitutes can make a difference in this fixture. Just ask Ricky Lambert.
There's still time though, Dad. We need to take this, you know, we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves.
No, we want to get a goal up, Jack.
Well, I understand that, honestly.
So we want to get a goal up.
Actually to make the game exciting.
A bit more.
Well, I know. I totally understand.
The last couple of minutes is looking a bit more promising. That's really down to Foden. Foden seems as though he's up for Foden.
Well, I mean, Calvin Phillips has also played quite defensively as well, mind.
Phillips is playing well. Foden's what for Mason Mount. The guys are doing all right.
Some players are standing out. I totally agree, Dad. Honestly, but I think. As soon as we get some subs on, that could really mix things up.
He's got 4 players in front of him, Sterling.
Good challenge there. Good cross, headed out though. A tentative header there from Scotland. But England still have possession here. There's a chance. Go on, Harry! Oh, blocked! Oh. And straight into a sea of dark blue shirts there of Scotland. The England fans are definitely getting behind the team. This is what we need.
They don't want to concede anything.
I think that's why Scotland have been playing very defensively here. Because as I've said before, if Scotland do go on to lose this match, that means that they might be on their way out of this tournament. Depending on how they play against the Czech Republic next week. Good chance, all blocked again, but it's a corner. This could be dangerous here for England. He's had a few good ones. Oh. Well, no, we have. I've just, you know, Scotland have been they've managed to clear it out, so. Jack Grealish is getting his England shirt on. Mason Mount takes the corner. Oh! One of them tried to go for an overhead kick, but missed completely there. Oh my goodness me, what an incredible counter-attack from Scotland. And another chance here for England. But it looks like there needs to be some more players there. Go on, Phil. Oh, blocked again. Oh my word, the pace of this game has changed so much. This is unbelievable. I've never seen both teams play so incredibly well here in just the space of a few minutes. Oh my word.
This is more like it.
But I'm getting nervous here. This is insane. I've never been so tense.
Scottish Jack.
Huh?
Seems as though you want the Scottish to score.
No, I'm not. I don't, Dad. So I'm being neutral here as much as I am an England fan. I never thought that this hat I'm wearing could be a curse. I did promise to actually do it or wear it for this match, so I don't think it would be a bad omen. I thought it would be for a bit of luck. But it looks like Scotland do have a chance here.
Fixture between England and Scotland every year. They've got to bring you back, haven't they? Yes, they've got to.
This is unbelievable. I've said already, very little in it between both teams. Headed, but it's got volley. Oh, well cleared. Bloody hell, that was close. A desperate bit of defending there from Tyrone Mings. Wow. Oh my word.
That was a bit too close, wasn't it?
I knew this was going to be a classic, though. There would be very little in it between both teams.
No, we should beat the Scottish, Jack.
I know, but I'm just saying. I mean, I knew it was going to be a low-scoring game. I'm not going against you, Dad. Honestly, I'm a bit in limbo here at the moment. Gosh, that wasn't actually Tyrone Mings. That volley there, well headed out there from Reece James.
That was going to miss anyway.
Oh, I didn't even realise just by the angle of that. And it looks like Phil Foden is off, but look who's coming on to take his place. Jack Grealish. We saw him warm up in the last game, but now he's about to play for the first time, and he's welcomed by a load of cheers from the England fans. He could be the trump card that England can play. He could be the ace that England needs in this pack.
One of the best players have actually substituted him for that Phil Foden, who I thought was having a brilliant match. And they substituted him for him.
That is quite the surprise. I was not expecting that.
They said Harry Kane touched the ball once in the first half in the Scottish Cup.
I think they're just trying to save him for the next game, to be fair. That's why I think Phil's going off. Because I think that's what Gareth's been saying, you know, that there are loads of players, remember. He said he wanted to focus on versatility in the England team. Another corner here for England. Whoa, well punched out from John Pickford.
When you've got a 6-yard box packed like that, you've got to come as a keeper. You'll get a foul 9 times out of 10. You've also got the reach of your arms to get a glove on it.
Yeah, keep it cool.
So well done, Pickford.
Their mentality needs to remain focused here. England are looking a bit shaky here, as Scotland almost have had a bit of a turnaround here. But everything can change in just the next few minutes.
Make sure he's hitting the right place so he can make those right judgments. I think I'll need to get his number.
You must be very jealous of him there, I'm sure, Ali.
These two have played each other 114 times before. There has only ever been.
No, so I got it wrong earlier on, guys. I thought it was 150, the 150th time that we played against Scotland. But it was 115 today, so my apologies.
I'm just trying to hear what he said after that.
Oh, Dad, I didn't think you wanted to listen. I'm trying to give a running commentary as it happens too. I don't want you to hijack it. Well, good chance there from Jack Grealish. This is what we want to see. Another vital corner here for England. Can this be the goal, a goal scoring opportunity for England here?
England can get one in, then the game will settle down.
I know, yeah.
England will shortly get a second one.
Here we go. Oh, defended though. I know Scotland are, you know, they're, as I said, it feels like they're desperate to hold on to this, of course, I wouldn't say goalless lead, because neither team have scored, as we're into the 66 minutes of the second half here of this game. Oh, that was a late challenge there on Jack Grealish. I can see why one of the Scottish players did target him there, because he is quite dangerous.
Come the last
in and around crossing positions, certainly.
Scotland probably going to try and change their tactics to try and get a goal in.
Players towards him. Close control.
I think, as I said, Dad, it's almost like a game of chess, this match so far. It was like that against Croatia. One vital move can make all the difference. Yeah, it's the same with this tournament as well. So, but Scotland need a result here to stay in the tournament. Free kick, but it's not looking likely. They still have a chance to go to the knockout round, depending on their ranking in the tournament. So. But they're going to need a miracle if they'll have to beat the Czech Republic. Well, that's a good ball there. Oh, desperate defensive there, play there from Scotland. But it looks like England are just hungry for that goal. Honestly, they want to try and get something. They're doing absolutely everything here. And Jack Grealish is at the centre of all of it as well, which is great to see.
I think he should play more width to it. They've got all England players on that side. Get it over this side. Spread the ball over the full width of the pitch.
That was another chance for England there. Scotland are really starting to feel the pressure here. Here's England here, another chance, but it gets intercepted again from Scotland. This game is literally on a knife edge right now, everybody. There's some more boos from the England fans against Scotland here. This is getting very, very interesting here, and very tense for that matter as well. Once again, as I've said before, and I'll keep saying it, there's very little in it here between both teams. Singing God Save the Queen, England fans, but of course that's receiving some whistles and boos from the Scotland fans.
Boy, have we missed fans going at one another.
It's literally like a battlefield out there, honestly. There's loads of provoking from either team's fans here.
So, culturally similar, yet so diverse and different too.
And it's been a very methodical and tactical game here.
They can try and get the goal, but see how many more blue shirts there are further forward. If England can get the possession and run at them, because they've got to change their tactics. Scotland now. Otherwise it'll be a 0-0, and 0-0 is no good to Scotland. To be honest, we could front a 0-0, so we've already got to win.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we don't win, we'll take a draw. We'll take a draw. We'll get a point out of it.
Scotland can't tolerate it, because if they get only 1 point, it means they've got 1 point out of 2 matches. So they really need to start to change their tactics and be a bit more going forward to then make them more vulnerable.
But it would be a great opportunity if, like I said, I would love England if possible. Not just winning this, but to try and win all their group games in this tournament. Because I mean, it would be a record that's never been achieved in their run at this tournament for the last 9 times.
We're just doing 1 match at a time.
Well, no, as I said, we're still focusing on England here with this game of Scotland. But I mean, you know, you've got to acknowledge, of course, you know, it's good to look forward to the next game from following on from this. Sterling. Oh, damn it! Offside! As I said, I know Scotland are making this difficult. I knew they would. Oh, that was unlucky. A slap on the wrist there for Raheem Sterling in frustration there, and it looks like we got another player warming up on the sideline, and it looks like, I think it's either Marcus Rashford or Jude Bellingham. Another chance here for England. They've just been marked here by Scotland. That's a good pass. Oh, unlucky. That was a great chance for Luke Shaw. Oh, and another missed chance for England here.
Scooping that far post, onto on the edge of the box, and he gets in there.
Oh, it looked like, I'm not sure, did he get deflected there from one of the players?
Not available, so I think he just thinks outside the foot.
Oh, unless there was a lot of spin on that ball, that was unfortunate. Oh my God, and Harry Kane's off as well. Well, that's a shame.
Well, not really, he hasn't in this game in the world.
Well, honestly, I thought I could see him score a few goals in this game today, but it's not to be. So Marcus Rashford goes on for Harry Kane as he goes off.
In the Scottish half, he had one goal.
Alright, I heard you, Dad, I get it.
So that's why he's off.
Many years off. Another threatening chance there from England. Oh, from Scotland there as well. They just got there in time.
I have to say that it's been such a lethargic performance from England, and not just in possession. I have to say that when Scotland have had the ball, England haven't even pressurised them, and that might be why Marcus Rashford's been introduced into that central area. He will probably close down a lot quicker than Harry Kane, but Harry Kane didn't look himself, so hopefully with Grealish and Rashford on them, a bit more urgency.
Yeah, Scotland's done really well. Frustrated England, kept shape and kept discipline. That's what we have to do. We just have to be patient on the ball as well on the game.
I never thought this would happen, to be fair. Right, you didn't have to elongate that, Hannah. You just had to say it just by once. Oh, another chance for Scotland. That was another chance wasted.
There's an open door there.
Steve Clark can't believe it.
Should have nailed that.
Great delivery and brilliant delivery into an area. Defender is completely unhappy with it.
Oh, well, it was actually, there was a lot of spin on that ball, to be fair. I don't think that would have actually gone on target if he would have hit that with his right foot. That was quite the fluke there, to be fair. There was a deflection there. Here's another chance for England here. Come on, Raheem. Get something. I know, well, there's been a few long passes.
You can't get through that block.
I was going to say, I mean, the defence has been very unfaltering from Scotland so far.
Just put a wall up, you've got to bang it. Get outside. You've got to get outside the 18-yard.
It looked like he almost clipped his boots there as well.
Exactly, his own boots. Yeah, look, he clipped his own.
Well, he did. His leg actually did get entangled with him.
Took his toe.
Absolutely no chance. Peter Wharton is our refereeing expert. Peter?
Well, for once in my life, I'm agreeing with Ali McCoy's there. That's no chance for a penalty kick for me. Yes, he does get slightly tripped, but he's gone down far too easy for a penalty.
Well, I was going to say, I didn't think they would need to check VAR for that decision.
I do. I think they should have checked the VAR, whatever it is.
A VAR?
Yeah, they should have checked it. They've just dismissed that. That wasn't right.
Robertson's cross takes a little deflection, which could have...
No, you've got the wrong hand signal there, Hannah.
And needed to take charge. Just needed somebody screaming across that front post there. Game is really open now, guys. Really open.
It is open.
With that substitutions.
Alright, Annie, you said it.
Just shows he's intent. They gave them one hell of a game. And they've really tested England and their resolve. England's character has never been in question over the...
Well, I was going to say, I know they were to be expect the unexpected from Scotland here, and they've really made up for their poor performance from last week. All right, there, Mum, don't rub it in. I was going to say, I mean, there's only 10 minutes in this second half left. You don't have to be patronising.
Come on! They've been so defensive, it's untrue.
Well, it feels like that we've had no choice, because, I mean, you know, they seem to have managed to turn it around here, Scotland. The mood in the room right now is quite not the mood that we were expecting to be in, but well, if you're talking from Scotland here, yeah. Oh no, don't have to be. There's no need to be negative about this.
That was supporting England, dear.
No, we're supporting England. Let's be honest about it. If you can't sort England out, Scotland out, and get that a 2-0 up on Scotland, you don't chance.
Well, it's not like, I mean, I was confident that they could have done it, but I mean, you know, the way that Scotland have been playing, it's quite, it has impressed me, to be fair. And I'm not being biased, honestly.
I don't think the English tactics have been very good. I don't think Mr. Southgate has done a particularly great job of this one, must admit. Too much passing.
Well, it's unlike him, to be fair.
You want to be more running at him?
Well, I mean, there's still time yet.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be so doubtful yet. We always expect the unexpected in this tournament.
Yeah, I'm more worried about the English end.
Well, of course, Dad, same here. I would agree. I can totally agree with you how frustrated you are as much as I am. Another chance here for Scotland.
Come on, England.
For his money, that's not an easy thing to do.
Come on, England.
It feels like it's almost going into a stalemate here.
So the English players should be, the English side should be going to it now. That's it. Come on.
Come on.
I think they're trying to provoke us.
Come on.
They want us to make a mistake.
That's why the crowd started booing.
It's a tactical thing.
Because the English players are just standing there and not doing nothing.
3 points from this game.
That's it. Go to them.
You weren't this talkative in the last game, I have to say.
Thing is, Ali, England are caught in a bit of a dilemma as well now, because what they don't want to do is lose the game. Correct. Get the 4 points, so all of a sudden that draw looks really appealing.
I mean, we will take that as it does stand as we go into the last 6 minutes of the game. In the 84th minute, it's still goalless. It has been quite an incredible game. Oh, that was quite the challenge on one of the Scotland players. On Tyrone Mings, from Tyrone Mings doing that.
I'm surprised you saw it.
No, I did see it, I did see it.
Anything but.
Ooh.
Really? No, I don't think so. He went down far too easily.
He did go down far too easy.
Far too easily.
And he drew
Another substitution here. I think it's the second one for Scotland here. So Che Adams goes off. Well played from him though, honestly. He could have made Scotland score tonight. But unfortunately that didn't happen. But Kevin Nisbet goes on for, once again, like I said, Che Adams at number 19. Another chance wasted for Scotland here. I understand that, it's right. Just let the game play, Hannah. Let them play.
Scotland just need to keep the shape, and don't drop back. Don't let your back line drop.
Well, that could be the last few words there. They might come to bite you at your backside there, Ali. Don't mean to rub it in, my friend.
Well, a 0-0 draw is no good to Scotland at all.
Well, I understand that. I mean, it will help us in our favour.
4 or 5 minutes.
As much as I know that we weren't expecting a draw. Ooh.
Come on, ref.
Oh, that is a yellow card.
Oh, thank God for that.
Well, where was that? That's another yellow card for another Scottish player on Jack Grealish.
Look at that, look.
That was a horrible tackle. Look at that.
He saw that.
If anything,
Disgraceful play there from Stephen O'Donnell there. Well, he's lucky. He didn't exactly get away scot-free with that one.
Scot-free, one.
Well, pardon the pun, obviously. Some very interesting looks on some of the England fans. They're looking a little bit, well, I wouldn't say... Alright, Mum. Do you always have to finish my sentences here?
Yes.
I present the show. You're only supposed to have a little bit of input.
You're only supposed to kick the bloody ball.
God's sake. I think a little bit of delirium has started to come into this house at the moment. And honestly, my mum hasn't actually had a drink just yet, or even my sister Hannah, honestly. They're starting to be a little bit delirious here. The chanting of Flower of Scotland from the Scotland fans. Great to see them, of course, in full voice, though.
The fans they're happy with 0-0, as long as they don't lose to the English.
I was going to say, I mean, they'll take any result. I mean, they did want to win against us, but they were very confident.
They won't take any result, they won't want to lose to us.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, I mean, I've been hearing that from other Scotland fans, believe it or not. Some of them just there to just have a good time, to be fair. That's what I was just about to say. They don't even care about the final score. That's what the tournament's all about, with the fans and how close the sport of football is. Oh, a good challenge there for England.
Oh, look at that. some magic spray.
What will the England inquest centre on?
To go for it today.
Well, I think.
They said it's fine. Gareth. It'll be interesting to see what he's thinking here. I know it hasn't been the best performance from Gareth here, but as I said, you can't always win them. There's a little bit of like, hey, come pass the ball to me from one of the England players. So we're coming into the last few minutes of the game. The clock goes to Reds. We're into stoppage time, and there's added 2 minutes from the fourth official. Could this be England's lifeline here? Come on, England! They have been playing so hardly for. Here's a chance for England. Right, Anna. Oh! Oh, God! Oh my God! There's a massive clash. Oh! Bloody hell! What was the Scotland player doing? He almost scored an own goal. Oh, it's literally become a battlefield out on the football pitch here. Like something out from the film of Braveheart. They were all sliding. Oh my word. My word. That was a real scrap. Something that you had seen almost centuries ago.
Goalie couldn't reach it.
That was almost something like you would see in rugby. But you can not normally get away with when you're playing football.
I can't believe how much passion the English players have in the last 60 seconds. It's a shame it ain't been the last 60 minutes.
Well, they have. I mean, you know, we don't want to get too, as I said, we don't want to get overconfident, so it has been a very unusual game, the game that we weren't expecting. There's very little in it, 30 seconds to go in the last minute. Go on, Jack!
Come on!
Oh no, they got it back.
Come on!
This is the last chance here for England to get a miracle here. Come on, England!
Sterling's at the back post.
Scotland are desperate, hold on.
I'd rather someone wallop it.
But there we go. The full-time whistle goes, and unbelievably, it was not the result that either team were expecting. But as it stands here at Wembley Stadium, there's nothing to separate both the English and Scottish tonight here at Wembley Stadium. The final score here of the second weekday group match for... Oh no, we haven't lost, Anna, we drew. So at least we get a point, so we'll take a point, but it's not the result that England needed. But we will take the draw, as I've said already. Final score here at full time here at Wembley Stadium. England 0, Scotland 0. Well, all I can say is, everybody, that is not the result that we weren't expecting in tonight's game against Scotland. And, well, I am quite baffled by the result today. As I just mentioned in commentary, unfortunately, it was the result that England didn't need, and sadly, they didn't play as well as what they did last week against Croatia, as the final score for the game against Scotland did remain goalless, and it was a goalless draw, unfortunately, for both teams. A disappointing effort there from Scotland. No offence to them, they worked hard to get that point from the draw. But I can't believe how England played today. As you actually did hear earlier on, it got a little bit heated down in my living room of my house here in Ferryway, Littleport, here in Cambridgeshire, England, United Kingdom. with loads of things said by my sister Hannah and my mum and dad Samantha and John. They were actually not impressed by how England performed in today's game and tonight's game for that matter, which is quite a shock for me to say. Honestly, I never thought that England would actually do that bad in the game today. And that's quite a shocking thing that my dad actually said earlier on, saying that if we couldn't win against Scotland, we actually won't go far in this tournament. I mean, as bluntly as that sounds, I mean, that is definitely true. And but despite all that happening, I mean, we're relieved of that. I mean, at least we could have got a draw, because, I mean, it was the result that we certainly weren't expecting. Scotland actually unbelievably played very well. I mean, they had most of the chances. It was amazing how they managed to turn it around against England and us as England. And honestly, fair play to them. They played well. They did play quite aggressively, just like us. I mean, there was very little in it, honestly, between both teams. But like I said already, I mean, I can't believe I never thought England would actually play that badly today, and it pains me to say this. Honestly, I honestly thought that we would actually beat England, but it was unfortunately quite a poor performance, and not the performance we needed tonight. And I know that Gareth will be pondering a lot, of course, coming to the next game, of course, next week against the Czech Republic. I mean, we had some great chances, but we started to lose those opportunities in the second half. I mean, we played well in the first half, but yeah, it's such a shame. It's kind of annoying that we never got a chance to convert any of those chances on scoring to getting a goal. And but all that aside, and of course, I don't want it to get a little bit too irate and I don't want to end up being ranting over England's performance. I mean, I want to try and be critical about it, like, of course, like what my dad and my mum, Samantha and John, did actually say earlier on. It's not, as like I said, I'm not trying to repeat myself. I know it's not the result we needed, but we'll happily take the draw. And even though we didn't score any, of course, goals today, we still remain in second place at the moment in the group. But we need to have a win over, of course, the Czech Republic next week if we've got any chance to try and pull it back and still try and at least look forward into this tournament. Because, I mean, we were actually joint favourites alongside Belgium and France to win in this tournament. And, I mean, to have that performance of that draw against Scotland today was totally unexpected, and that's had us a little bit worried. But hopefully that won't be the only time. That will be hopefully the only time that will happen, and we can look a bit more positive going into the next game. So, like with that being said, I mean, of course, there's not much to talk about. I mean, you know, of course, I will be doing that once again on my spin-off series of Football's Coming Home Extra Time, when I look back on and review the game, and I will be having a few newspapers with me. I haven't got any today from before the match kicked off, because of the weather has been quite unfortunate and been very unusual. I mean, I know we're in the summer, of course, of this year, but for the weather to have turned, well, I wouldn't say for the worst, but I mean, you know, as I'm looking out my window right now, it's turned very dark, and also it's overcast, and it's started to drizzle with rain again, and there's a little bit of a strong breeze going on. So the weather wasn't, it didn't play in our favour. I think it affected us more than the Scots did, but I'm not trying to make excuses about it, but it's nice that it's actually remained a bit more cooler in our studio this time, so it's a bit more easy to manage to do this show for all of you England fans. But with that being said, I'm as I said, I don't think there's anything else for me to say, but I know it may not seem the best thing for me to say, but I hope you have enjoyed it nevertheless, this episode of Football's Coming Home Again. As always, if you still want to be a part of my series, all the information is down in the bottom of the video description box below this episode. And let's hope that, fingers crossed, even though that it's not the result that England needed tonight, hopefully we can still remain positive going into our third and final group game of the tournament, and that will be happening next Tuesday on the 22nd of June when we take on the Czech Republic, once again back at Wembley Stadium. And that match will be on at the same time as of the Scotland match that took place earlier on this evening at 8 o'clock. So, with that being said, thanks very much for watching this another episode of Football's Coming Home Again. And it's, like I said, England unfortunately couldn't beat the Scots of course, the Jocks of Scotland tonight. And I have a feeling that this shirt, I wouldn't say just this shirt, and also, of course, my Scotland hat, has actually become a bad omen for, of course, England's performance tonight. But we will honestly take that draw. It's not the result we needed, but we'll happily take it. But moving on to our next game against the Czech Republic, let's hope we can win it and hopefully qualify to the knockout rounds of the UEFA Euro 2020 tournament. From me, Jack Wright, thanks very much for watching. And as always, until next time, au revoir, adios, au wiedersehen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week for the third and final game of the Group D group stage games, once again, of the UEFA Euro 2020 tournament. All here on my European football vlog series of Football's Coming Home Again. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. We done? Oh, my goodness me. Well, I can finally take this off. Oh, man. I didn't think that this would be a bad omen for me in this episode today. Well, I can't believe it. Not the result we needed, but, well, we can only hope that the next game against the Czech Republic next Tuesday, at least it's a lifeline we can need. As long as we can beat them, there's still the hope of football's coming home, honestly. But we don't know. I mean, you know, I just want to rely on the England team because it hasn't been our day today, or for this night for this matter as well. Come on, Gareth. I still want to believe in you, my friend. I want you to do something special next Tuesday. Please. Do it for everybody. Like I've said before, the whole of England is with you. Don't let us down, and all of the amazing players of the team. Please. We still believe in you.